Today, I want to talk to you guys about fear in the market because, in all honesty, shit's scary, man, right? Every time I enter the market, I have the possibility of losing everything I spent the last 3 years building. And it's stressful and it's difficult to handle, but being able to conquer that fear is probably the number one barrier separating you from being a successful trader. I took some time, I put together extremely professional presentation for you guys, and we're going to look at why you're scared when trading. So the root of the fear comes from uncertainty, right? And the market is completely unpredictable. Price is going to do what it wants to do. And retail traders, you're out here competing against banks and hedge funds with technology you can't even fathom and reaction times that aren't even heard of. I don't know how else to put it. But the reason for this is because of lack of preparation, right? Just when you get that math test and you're like, well, shit. Looking at how to fix it, you want to develop a system, not a strategy. Because if you've been trading, I know that you have a strategy and you probably have 18 different strategies and you're like, oh, I put all this time, I'm doing all this research. Why isn't it working? And I went through the exact same rabbit hole of ICT, SMC, supply and demand, all this different stuff. And I'm thinking, I know all this stuff, why isn't it working? It's because I'm developing a strategy, not a system of how to trade. So when I think of a system, I kind of think of a big three when it comes to trading. You have edge, psychology, and risk management. Jordan, he's going to be your edge or strategy. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody knows who he is. Pippen, he's going to be psychology. And this is where the fear kind of sprouts from. You might have poor psychology, but that sprouts more from risk management or Dennis Rodman, right? He does what nobody wants to do. He's hustling, he's grabbing boards. Same thing with risk management. Nobody wants to do it because you got to premeditate and you got to plan out and you got to do a little bit of math and you have to understand what you're willing to lose every time you enter the market. So me personally, whenever I enter in the market, I've already accepted that, hey, I've lost $200 to $300 on this trade. And it's a weird way of thinking because you don't want to already think that you've lost. But in trading, in my opinion, right, I think it's the most important mindset shift you can have when trading. And the truth about fear, it doesn't leave when you're trading, but you just need to trade despite it. There's always going to be something in the back of your head saying, hey, uncertain, you're going to lose this money. But being able to click that button when your setup tells you to, instead of when your mind tells you to, is extremely important. And it's going to lead to more success, being able to have precise entries and precise exits in the market. And I spoke on it a little bit already, but the mindset shift of switching from hoping to knowing is extremely important because instead of hoping that a trade works out, you need to know and accept that, hey, I can lose and there's a possibility I win, but either way, I know that this is a good setup and I know that I'm comfortable losing this money. I mean, that's all I got. I mean, this rabbit hole of fear in the market is a lot. It goes pretty deep. So if you want me to speak more on this, I would like to, because overcoming fear was pretty difficult for me in the market, especially because, hey, I'm coming to my parents, I'm saying, yo, I got this idea, but I could lose everything, right? So difficult thing to grasp, but yeah, I mean, this trading stuff, it's life-changing, man.